Welcome back. So far we've explored 5 extraordinary guitars that helped shape the history of rock music, but now we're entering an entirely different league. The instruments you're about to see aren't just famous, they've become priceless symbols of music history. Some changed the sound of rock forever, others became valuable because of the unforgettable moments they helped create. Let's continue our countdown. Number 5. When fans think of the Grateful Dead, one name immediately comes to mind: Jerry Garcia. And when they think of Garcia, they often picture one guitar above all others: Wolf. Built by renowned luthier Doug Irwin in the early 1970s, Wolf was unlike any other guitar on stage. It featured intricate craftsmanship, custom electronics, and exceptional versatility. Garcia used Wolf during countless concerts and recordings throughout the 1970s. For Deadheads, the guitar became almost mythical. Every scratch, every worn edge, and every modification told a story. Unlike factory-produced instruments, Wolf was a one-of-a-kind masterpiece built specifically for Garcia's playing style. Years after Garcia's passing, Wolf was auctioned for charity. The guitar sold for approximately $1.9 million, with proceeds benefiting the Southern Poverty Law Center. Today, Wolf represents much more than an expensive instrument. It represents an era when improvisation, freedom, and live performances defined a generation of music lovers. Number 4. Some guitars are valuable because they're rare, others because they belong to legends, but Lenny became famous because it represented love. Stevie Ray Vaughan received this beautiful 1965 Fender Stratocaster as a birthday gift from his wife, Lenora, whom he affectionately called Lenny. The guitar quickly became one of his favorites. Unlike his aggressive blues performances, Vaughan often used Lenny for softer, emotional pieces. In fact, he composed the instrumental song Lenny as a tribute to his wife, and performed it using this very guitar. Watching Vaughan play Lenny was something special. His incredible touch transformed simple notes into deeply emotional performances. After his tragic death in a helicopter crash in 1990, every instrument associated with him became incredibly significant. Today, Lenny is considered one of the most treasured guitars in blues history. Experts believe that if it were ever offered for public sale, collectors would likely pay several $1,000,000. For fans, Lenny isn't simply a guitar, it's a love story carved into wood and strings. Number 3. Some guitars helped write history. John Lennon's Gibson J160E helped change it. In 1962, Lennon purchased the acoustic electric guitar shortly after the Beatles recorded their first singles. Using this instrument, Lennon and Paul McCartney composed many songs that would later become classics. Imagine that. One guitar witnessed the birth of Beatlemania. It accompanied songwriting sessions that transformed popular music forever. Then something incredible happened. The guitar disappeared. For decades, no one knew where it had gone. Many assumed it had been lost forever. More than 50 years later, the guitar was unexpectedly rediscovered in the United States. Its authenticity was carefully verified. The discovery stunned Beatles fans around the world. When it was eventually sold at auction, the Gibson J160E fetched approximately $2.4 million, becoming one of the most valuable Beatles instruments ever sold. It wasn't just an old guitar. It was a surviving witness to one of the greatest musical revolutions in history. Number 2. Very few performances have become as legendary as Jimi Hendrix's appearance at Woodstock in 1969. More than 400,000 people attended the festival. The world watched as Hendrix closed the event with one of the most unforgettable guitar performances ever recorded. Using a white Fender Stratocaster, Hendrix delivered a powerful rendition of The Star-Spangled Banner. The performance became more than music. It became a cultural statement. The guitar itself instantly entered rock history. Unlike many valuable guitars that gained importance gradually, Hendrix's Woodstock Stratocaster became iconic almost overnight. Years later, the guitar was acquired for approximately $2 million by Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen. Today it remains one of the most recognizable guitars ever played. For many music historians, it symbolizes the spirit of an entire generation. Number 1. At first glance, this may seem like an ordinary Fender Stratocaster, but it isn't. This guitar became extraordinary because of the people who touched it. Created to raise money for victims of the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, The instrument traveled around the world collecting signatures from many of the greatest musicians in history. Among them were Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, Brian May, Jeff Beck, Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, David Gilmour, Paul McCartney, Sting, Tony Iommi, Pete Townshend, and dozens more. More than 19 legendary artists signed the guitar. No single musician could ever recreate that collection of signatures again. When the guitar was auctioned, it sold for approximately $2.8 million, setting a world record at the time for the most expensive guitar ever sold. Unlike the other guitars on this list, its value didn't come from a single owner. It came from the collective history of rock music itself. Every signature represented decades of unforgettable songs. Together, they created one of the most valuable musical instruments ever assembled. You may wonder, why would someone spend millions of dollars on a guitar? After all, couldn't another instrument produce the same sound? Technically, yes, but collectors aren't buying sound, they're buying history. They're purchasing the very instruments that created songs which shaped generations. These guitars witnessed legendary concerts, historic recording sessions, world tours, moments that millions of fans still remember decades later. To collectors, they're no different than priceless paintings or rare historical artifacts. In fact, many experts believe guitars connected to legendary musicians will continue increasing in value as time passes. After all, no one can ever build another guitar that Jimi Hendrix played at Woodstock. Or another Martin that Kurt Cobain held during MTV Unplugged. Those moments can never be recreated. And that's exactly what makes these instruments priceless, long after the amplifiers have gone silent, long after the concerts have ended. These guitars continue telling stories. They remind us of a golden age of rock music, an era when musicians changed the world using nothing more than 6 strings, incredible talent, and unforgettable songs. Whether it was Hendrix reinventing the electric guitar, Jimmy Page creating timeless riffs, Eric Clapton inspiring generations of blues players, or Stevie Ray Vaughan pouring his soul into every note, these instruments became part of music history, not because they were expensive, but because extraordinary people used them to create extraordinary moments. Every guitar on today's list carries a unique story. Some became famous through groundbreaking performances, others through unforgettable recordings, and some because they helped define entire generations of music lovers. Their value isn't measured only in dollars, it's measured in memories, in inspiration, and in the lasting impact they continue to have on musicians around the world. Now we'd love to hear from you. If you could own any one of these legendary guitars, which would you choose? Would it be Hendrix's Woodstock Stratocaster, Eric Clapton's Blackie, David Gilmour's Black Strat, or perhaps Kurt Cobain's Martin from MTV Unplugged? Tell us your choice in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through rock history, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for more stories celebrating the music, memories, and legends of the good old days. Until next time, thanks for watching, and keep the music alive.